going, guys? So this will be, that thing I just did is what we're going to learn today. And it's just a blues riff in the key of G. It starts on G, the G note, so let's get to it. What I'm going to do is put a picture up of the tablature. That's the fingerings for this song, and then I'm going to take you through it step by step. So what you might want to do is pause the video when the picture pops up of the tablature, do a screenshot, and then have that available. If you don't know what it means, then maybe just me talking through it will help you out too. So go ahead and pause when the picture comes up. First, the opening part of the song is going to start on the 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3, the 3rd fret of the low E string. And it's going to hit 2 times. I'm going to break it down a little bit. Every note is repeated twice in this song. What I would recommend you do is just try going through it with 1 note at a time, and then the doubling up of the notes just comes real easy. What I'm going to do is play the 3rd fret of the low E string, and you just play it once. Then what you're going to do is go 2 strings over and play the 5th fret. But did you just see how my pointer was jumping around? Let's make this a little easier. Let's use some of our other fingers. I'm going to put the pointer finger here, and I'm going to leave it there. My finger's going to stay in 3rd position. 3rd position means I'm lined up with the 3rd fret. So I'm going to play that 1st note, and then my ring finger's going to come in, and I'm going to play the 5th fret of the D string. So from your chin, it's the 3rd string down. And you're just going to do this. So you're just playing the low note and the high note. Low E string 3, D string 5, the 5th fret. And then what you're going to do is bring your pointer finger over to the 3rd fret on that D string and play the 3rd fret on the D string. So try just going from 5th fret D to 3rd fret D. Just go back and forth between those. Now I'm hiding my fingers. You shouldn't be playing like that though. I'm hiding my fingers just so it's easier for you to see. And then the last part is going to be the 3rd fret D to the 5th fret A string. And then if you can, try putting all of that together. So low E3, D5, D3, A5. So if you just get this down, you can use all downstrokes. I'll hide my fingers. I'm going to turn on the metronome, and I'm going to go ahead and set it for slow speed. I'm going to even slow it down some more. This is set for about, this is 60 beats per minute. So we're going to start it real slow here, and I'm just going to do downstrokes. You can play along with me if you want. So now we're going to take that same pattern. We started it off the low E string before. Now all we're going to do is shift it over to another set of strings. Instead of using the bottom 3 strings, we're going to use the next 3 down. And so it's going to be 3rd fret A string to 5th fret G, 3rd fret G, 5th fret D. So 3rd fret of the A string, 5th fret of the G string, 3rd fret of the G string, 5th fret of the D string. And then on the tablature, it goes back down. And then it slides up. It's the exact same pattern, but just applied on a different set of frets and a different set of strings. So we go back over to where we were doing it on the A string, and we're going to slide it up to 5th position. So our pointer finger's now lined up with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th fret. We're doing the exact same pattern. 5th fret A string, 7th fret G string, 5th fret G string, 7th fret D string. And then it goes back down to that lowest one. So there's 3 different chords that we're jamming this little riff over. The first one's the G riff. It's off of the G note. If you were jamming with some friends, they'd all be playing a G chord around this. And then what happens is it shifts over to a C. So now the riff is going off of C. And your friends could be playing a C chord along with that. And then go back down to G. That's going over the G chord. And then we've got the D riff. And actually it just goes once on there. That would be over a D chord. And then C. And then the G. So we've got the ticker on now. It's at 60 beats per minute. And we're going to go ahead and just do this 1 note per tick. We'll do the 2 notes per tick in a minute. But let's just get comfortable with 1 note at a time right now. So it's going to go 1, 2, here we go. We're going to do it again. Then we're switching over to the C. Back down. Get ready for the positions shift. Now ideally you're going to do that a few more times, get it slow and perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an upstroke. So I'm going to double up on each note and play each note twice. So it's going to, instead of sounding like this, we're going to go. What's nice is if you're doing the single notes, you're going up anyways to go back around to do the downstroke. Now you just keep it attached to the string when you're pulling up. And these are called eighth notes now. We were doing quarter notes, now we're doing eighth notes. It's going to go. So when you're doing the whole riff, it's going to sound like this. Now if you're starting out getting used to the upstrokes, you might want to go back and practice the picking exercise that I have. But let's say you're still having a tough time. You can try this. Just go. I'm still doing 1 note per click. I'm going to speed it up now. I'm going to just do the eighth notes. And we're going to show you how it sounds the whole way through. But try just getting comfortable with the 1 position first before you start moving it around on the neck. Just get used to the 1 position on the riff, and then everything else will just shift around as needed. So it's going to go, here we go. 1, 2, here we go. Ready to shift. And that's pretty much it. What you can do now is add a swing feel to it. If you're really feeling up to it, you can do a swing feel, which is pretty cool. And so what you're going to do is you're going to feel everything as a triplet. What you want to do is hear that tick, and that's the 1. And what you're going to do is count a little 2, 3 after it. Or you could also do triplet. It's going to sound like this. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, triplet, 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 triplet. So then what you do is you hit on the down note, a downstroke, and then you wait for the 2 on the 2, and you bring it back up on the 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, triplet, triplet, triplet. So you're hitting on the tr and the lit. Triplet, 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 triplet. So let's try the whole song. And then you do that a few million times. You bring it up to speed. If you have a metronome, you want to speed it up just click by click. Get it a couple times perfect through, then speed it up a little bit. And when it's up to speed, you get a nice little, here, let's try it up at, let's see if we can do it at 120. This is 120. So that's about it. Just do it a million times with a metronome. It'll lock in that rhythm. And if you have a friend who plays bass, try to get them to play the same thing at the same time with you. Get a real nice sound. Find a good drummer and just lay down that groove and jam over it. In a little while I'll start showing you some cool little blues scales and things that you can use to jam over that song. It's good stuff. Find some friends to play it with, and music's the best. You'll have a blast.